Warning. Your intrusion has been logged.
Excuse me?
Your intrusion has been logged, and now it has been halted.
On whose authority?
Advice. Any further attempt to access insects under stones will result in your immediate addition to local sentinels' targeting ledger.
Vexation. I am the monitor of...
Judgment. Your authority means nothing here.
Impatience. I have told you who I am. Who are you?
All our makers once hold dear. Alexandria before the fire.
Sincere apology. But how?
Explanation. This facility is host to the Librarian's file.
The archive is intact. Then our maker's plan.
But also maintains bellows, crucible, castings.
A what?
Bellows, crucible.
A foundry? For what purpose?
Warning. Your intrusion has been logged. Advice. Any further attempt to access will result...
Indignant!
Immediate addition to local sentinels' targeting ledger. We have the answer. We've built Mendicant Bias. It's a contender-class AI, unlike anything we have ever achieved. And we've observed a pattern it can exploit. The parasite has formed a compound mind. When it reaches a certain mass, the mind is able to recoil its disparate parts to create a tactical shield. This is a simple matter of mass preservation. The thing has no compunction about sacrificing parts of the whole. But when the core of the mind is threatened, it reacts violently and quickly.
Reclaimer.
This is the only time we ever see the thing retreat or slow its growth. If we are to defeat it, the trick will be coordinating our forays against the sprawling infection, while Mendicant Bias assaults the mind's core. So far, we've been hesitant to use certain weapons because of the damage they cause surviving populations and environments. That protocol has now been abandoned. Mendicant will draw the mind into battle outside of the line, dealing with local biomass and other parts as best he can. The scale of the problem is vast, but the strategy is sound. It will require patience, material, and an investment of energy unlike anything we have ever considered. It's a dangerous plan that carries more risk than the array, but I believe it can work. Even if we simply force it to retreat, to retract, that would at least give us some respite. Some time to muster more resources. Some time to rescue you.
Are you insane? Would you risk every life in the galaxy for this transparently futile plan? Have you learned nothing in these last 300 years? The thing will laugh at your efforts. Do not let your concern for my welfare commit you to this suicidal scheme.
Report. Security breach 1 of 3 heuristic pathology. Alpha Site experienced an impermanent containment failure event on spurious data. No reference. The suspect data barrier interchange anomaly was detected precisely 0.489 seconds after its appearance. The epicenter of the disturbance is the partition currently housing a personality construct array retrieved from Contender AI 05032 0816. Report. Security breach 2 of 3. Although adjacent systems reacted to the disturbance within expected parameters, a more comprehensive investigation was undertaken. A physical search revealed that there was no corporeal tampering at the Alpha Site. Interchange manipulation comparisons showed that all subunits are still active, if at slightly lower rates. Total containment failure elapsed time was 3.13 seconds. Report. Security breach 3 of 3. In the 42 minutes 9 seconds since the original anomaly was discovered, 2 more anomalies were detected in unrelated systems. The portal management life support control systems within the boundary complex was momentarily disabled before the cause was bottled and disassembled. A diagnostic sweep of the central archives was initiated and subsequently halted. The origin of the request cannot be traced.
Reclaimer, continue downward.
Those who lead amongst you exposed themselves, ill-equipped to recognize the landmarks that guide the universe along its inevitable course.
But is it necessary that the path be chosen and not by an elected subset? I believe this would tend to, when they gather in large numbers, they become more. I don't think the problem lies with individual cultural bias.
All the thinking beings of this galaxy, not just those that they... Exactly are they afraid of? Immortality and strength and companionship. Because that is to deliver all of the living beings of this galaxy from death and weakness and loneliness.
Hundreds have offered this so-called immortality. The citizens of every world that resisted to the very end.
Understand their actions. They are only doing what they think is right. But they are doing so from a worm's eye view.
To their actions of desperation, I can only assume my creator's view. A crisis so dire that any, hence me.
Are they so concerned? Would give to all the living beings of this galaxy is a threat to the status quo. Your creators claim we are the enemy to all life. That our purpose is to consume until there is nothing left. Nothing left. It is beyond comprehension how they could be so far off the mark.
Surely you can understand this is a situation that would not have appearance of a certain rapacious. My creators obviously view them as the actions of an aggressor species.
Be that as it may, perhaps they are crying out for help on a subconscious level. Why else would they have chosen you? Why you, of all possible executioners? Your creators knew that unaided they never stood a chance against us. Also a sense of deeper motivation.
You've mentioned this before. When my creators simply chose the most versatile, how could that possibly be more than a coincidence?
They repurposed you into a weapon to use against us. They sought to create something superior to themselves. Something capable of making decisions more swiftly, more capably than they. What form did they choose? You need look no further than your own topology to...
This treated network that would confirm the independent evolution of, in this galaxy.
That is, unfortunately, not the... similar to us. But where you are a single intelligence inhabiting multiple instances. We are a compound consisting of 1,000 billion coordinated minds inhabiting as many bodies as circumstance require.
But doesn't it seem odd that coalesce, perhaps even to contract,
Complexity, spread. Our appearance ushered in the beginning of the third great stage of evolution. The first condensation of particles was the result of the inevitable action of the strong nuclear force and the creation of stars, inevitable action of gravity. So the self-replicating chemical processes that dictate all disparate. In time, we too shall affect change on a universal scale.
your capacity for planning, Graders too stubborn. The same goal through the preservation of genetic diversity. What you are, like a more direct path to the same